When you're a young 20-year-old and you start losing your hair, it can really make you feel insecure.
I'm bald!
This video is brought to you by Tiege Hanley, but more on them later. I think I was about 20 years old when I first started noticing clumps of hair coming out in the shower. I tried different kind of haircuts and hairdos to try to cover it up. I had a faux hawk with a receding hairline at one point, and eventually I started just kind of leaving a little bit on the top and combing it down. It was a Caesar cut, but it almost looked like a comb over because I was trying to use it to hide the peaks in my receding hairline, and it really sucked. After that, I just started cutting my hair shorter and shorter, and I'm glad that I finally shaved it, but it took me a really long time to get around to doing it, and I wish I would have just started shaving it sooner, and that's really why I wanted to make this video. I wanted this to be kind of like the video that I wish I had when I was losing my hair. Basically, it's a video of me trying to convince you to shave your head if you're going bald and give you my experience from the last 10 years of me shaving my head.
I am bald.
The first thing I'm going to say, which I kind of already mentioned, was I wish I would have just done it sooner. I spent so much time thinking about it, so much time worrying about my hair, that when I finally did decide to shave it, I realized how much easier it was. Looking back now, I'm like, why did I just wait so long to start shaving my head? I should have just started doing it as soon as I saw that I was losing my hair. It also saves you a lot of time. All that time that you spend in the morning getting ready, all that time that you spend going to the barber, going to the store to buy hair product, all that time that just goes into dealing with your hair, you don't have to do that. Now, after shaving my head for so many years, I can shave my head in the shower in about 10 minutes or so. So it does save you a lot of time. Haircuts are not only time consuming, but they can also be expensive. Occasionally, I buy a new set of clippers. That's really low considering that a set of clippers cost about as much as a couple haircuts cost. And I've had my set of clippers now for over 2.5, 3 years, and they're still going strong. And I only spend about 25 bucks on razors every couple months. I buy cheap razors on Amazon, and one razor gets me about 2 to 3 shaves a week. So really, it's way cheaper to just shave your own head. Another way that you save money that I forgot to mention is that you can use your face wash and face lotion to clean and moisturize your head. So it really simplifies your skincare. And if you're a guy who's looking to simplify his skincare routine, let me go ahead and tell you about today's sponsor, Tiege Hanley. Tiege Hanley offers uncomplicated skincare for men. I never put too much thought and effort into figuring out a skincare routine because it seemed like a lot of work. If you've ever gone into a grocery store and you go into the skincare aisle, you'll notice that most of this stuff is targeted to women. There's just so many different types of ointments and treatments and lotions and washes that it's really difficult to figure out what you need for your face, especially when you're a guy. That's the awesome thing about Tiege Hanley. They send us these neat little packages that come in different levels right to our home. I personally like the level 3 system because it has everything that I could possibly need for my skin, but I recommend that you start off with the level 1 system that has all the basics. That comes with a 2 times per week exfoliating scrub to get rid of all the dead skin cells, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20 to protect your face from the sun, and a PM moisturizer to keep your skin hydrated and healthy throughout the night. In addition to having amazing skin, members of Tiege Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off of the retail price, the ability to customize your box, pause or cancel your membership at any time, and free US shipping with low-cost shipping to most other countries. And because Tiege Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers a great deal. Just click on the first link in the description below and you'll get 30% off of your first box, plus a free gift. So don't miss out on this amazing deal. Click on that link and get started today. All right, let's get back to the video. I'm a low maintenance guy. I don't like to have to worry about what I'm gonna have to wear, and I don't like having to put a lot of thought into my outfits or things like that. One of the best things about shaving my head is that I know what my hair is gonna look like. It's super low maintenance for whenever you have to look good and be presentable. If I gotta go to a wedding, if I gotta do a YouTube video, if the wife and I have a date night planned, all I gotta do is shave my head and I'm ready to go. One shave gives me about 3 days worth of looks. I get the fresh, clean shaven look, I get the 5 o'clock shadow look, and then I get the little bit of scruff, and then I shave again. And if I wanna be extremely presentable and keep up with it, if I had a job that I had to show up for, I'd probably shave my head every other day. If you just do it in the shower, you don't have to worry about your hair ever again. Something that I wish I knew was that at the time, it felt like this really big deal. Like I was just so caught up in losing my hair. Really, nobody really cares about your hair loss as much as you do, at least. It's impacting you, it's affecting you. It doesn't really hurt anyone else. While people notice it, most people are pretty polite and don't mention anything, but you know it's going on and it's like this huge deal.
My hair!
The truth is, it's not that big of a deal since so many dudes go bald. It's something that no one really pays any attention to. As long as you're confident, it doesn't matter if you're going bald or not. But the problem is when you first start losing your hair or you really first start noticing that you're going bald, it's gonna affect your confidence no matter what. But eventually you'll get over it.
Do I look good?
Since I started going bald a while back, hair restoration treatment was really expensive. Really, the only thing that was available to the masses was Rogaine, and I think that's still pretty much the case. You gotta think that those things are pretty cringe. Anyone who's getting hair transplant or gluing one of those wigs to your head that you see on Facebook and TikTok, it's almost as bad as makeup for men or height adjustment surgery. Really, if you're that vain that you care so much about your looks that you gotta try to do these crazy things to hold on to them, I mean, pretty soon you might be doing Botox, right? The truth is that it's just part of getting older. It's part of being a man. Some of us are going to experience the hair loss. If you've got the money to fly out to Turkey to get some hair restoration surgery, by all means, go ahead. But you're going to know, and people that know you are going to know. I guess if you don't care, that's fine. But I don't want to go through any extremes just to try to hold on to my hairline. And I don't think that many of us should. I think that we should just be more comfortable in how we look and accept the fact that there are some things that we can't prevent or reverse, like getting old or going bald. You probably are going to look into some of those treatments when you start losing your hair. I think we all do.
Did you ever try that?
Yeah, I tried that. I tried everything. I wish I'd shaved my head way earlier. It's so easy. Once I shaved my head, I was like, why am I fucking around with all this hair?
If you shave your head, you don't have to worry about those things because shaving your head is the easiest treatment for a bald head. I guess wearing a hat is probably the easiest thing to cover up a bald head with, but the other alternative is shaving your head, and that's the one that I suggest. And if you do end up shaving your head, please don't tattoo yourself a new hairline because that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen, and it feels like being bald with extra steps. Shaving your head versus clipping it will also make you look a lot younger because even though you trim it down with a zero and you keep it way short, you still kind of see that receding balding part up here, and it still kind of gives you a bit of that balding horseshoe look. But when you shave it, it removes that and it automatically makes you look younger. When I was 25 years old and I let my hair grow out a little bit, I looked like I was 35 because of my hairline. But as soon as I shaved it, I immediately gained back those 10 years. I mean, you gotta admit, I look way younger when I shave. Look at that hairline. Look at that gray hair. Jeez, getting old sucks. When you do decide to shave it, I think you need to commit to it for at least a month. Tell yourself that you're gonna shave it for a whole month. And remember, it's hair, right? It will grow back. The thing is that when you commit to shaving it for a while, you'll get more comfortable with it. Start clipping your hair down now and get comfortable with having it short, and then eventually just shave it. And you're not gonna believe that you didn't do it sooner. You're gonna be like, wow, this was the big deal that I thought it was. Because I remember I hyped myself up a lot when I was getting ready to shave my head for the first time, and I was really awkward when I went to work. Everyone saw me with a shaved head. A couple people mentioned something, the other bald guy noticed, but not many other people said anything, and I got a few compliments on it. Now, since you've actually went ahead and shaved your head once, you'll be more comfortable shaving it again. And there's plenty of YouTube videos on how to shave your head, and if you're super uncomfortable doing it, just go to a barber. It's actually really nice to get your head shaved at a barber. I treated myself on my birthday this year by getting my head shaved with a straight razor at a barber while I was in London, and it was totally worth it. So if you're on the fence and you've been clipping it down, but you just don't want to take a razor to it yet, go to a barber, have them do it, and then just practice. You'll be fine. After a few months of shaving your head, it's going to become like this super quick thing that you do. You're going to never second guess it again. And I mentioned earlier that you're going to be the only one that cares about it, right? And eventually you're not going to care about it anymore. It sucked that I lost my hair at such a young age, and it really bugged me a lot when I started losing it when I was 20 years old. I'm almost 40 now, and I don't think about my hair at all. And it just reminds me of that quote, when you're 20 years old, you worry about what everybody's thinking about you. When you're 40, you stop worrying so much about what people think of you. And when you're 60, you realize that no one was thinking about you in the first place. All right, with all that said, I hope this video helps any of the balding guys out there who are on the fence about shaving their head. I know that I wish I had a video like this when I was 20 years old and losing my hair, and I hope that it helps any dude who is thinking about shaving their head and dealing with having to lose their hair. Once again, thank you Tej Hanley for sponsoring today's video. Make sure to go check them out, and I'll see you next time.